Hi folks, welcome to Kev's Shed once again. Look, I know that breadboards aren't the most exciting project. It's my daughter-in-law's birthday and she specifically wanted something out of wood, and apparently that's likely to be a breadboard. So I've just found a piece of wood that ordinarily I probably wouldn't think of using for very much. It's got end grain at this end and then going to side grain this way, but I think it might make quite a good cutting board, and it's fairly typical of the sort of things I like to do with our tools. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to use our new power carving unit again. I'm going to clean it up so that I can see a nice clean surface, and then I'll draw the shape of the breadboard that I'm going to do. I'll maybe cut it out on a bandsaw, etc. All right, so I'm just going to level this off, plane it up, draw the shape, cut it out. So very simple breadboard. Some nice grain coming out up here. You want to work on the high spots, and so when you start leveling with this, you first of all do a bit of a rough shot like I've just done there, but then I would turn this so that it's no longer cutting, and I bring it down until it just starts cutting. And then when it just starts cutting, you only work on the spots that you already cleared, and it will extend that plane over the whole amount. I can see this is lower here though, so I may start working here a bit first and then decide on which plane I'm going to use. And then once you've got that plane that you've decided on, then it's a matter of expanding that plane the way that I said. You set it so that it's just cutting and then move out from there. So that's what I'll be doing. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's pretty nice finish straight off the turbo plane with the leveling device. I've actually been going over it quite rough. Just near the end, I back it off and get a much finer cut, but I could go finer still. But I'm just, for the moment, just trying to see where the grain is and where I can draw out this particular breadboard. So that's good enough for me to see what I'm doing with this board now. I've got a few cracks here that I want to avoid. This one goes all the way through here, so I obviously that's going to limit the size of the shape. And because it's a teardrop shape, I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to do a handle into here. Gets a bit mangy here, this area, but I might just see what I can do. Okay, my first pass making it reveals not such a good shape. I'm going to narrow it down a bit here so you can get your hand around it, and I'll just clean up all this. I'll probably use some of the power carving tools for shaping, getting a nicer shape. And then I want to have kind of an oblong kind of little hole in there, and I think the new precision cutters could be really good for doing that sort of work. So I'll have a go at that, see if I can do that. And that'll be it. So let's see how we go. Okay, this is the new precision carving system, and I'm going to use the precision ball gouge. That's this little one here. I could use this little barrel carver as well. So they both just thread straight onto this. Well, it's too tight, I can't take it off, but they just thread in there like so. So I'm just going to put this little tiny ball gouge onto my angle grinder. We'll see how that goes. Little sander's quite good because you can slow it down and really get into some really tight spots there. That's really nice. Now you have a sander with full vacuum all around it, and you can adjust the height. So again, for cleaning up around the edges and into these corners, etc. The contour sander is really good for getting in there. I can get right in there, and it doesn't leave any scratch marks or anything. So it's a beautiful tool for that. So that's it. Now just to put some food safe oil on it. There's a couple of very small little features or flaws in it, which I'll leave because I don't really want to fill it with epoxy or anything like that, because they're going to eat off this. So I'll just go straight to it, and I think it'll come up nice. This is Howard's cutting board oil. They also make a butcher block wax, but I'll try this oil and see what it's like. This wood, I believe, is tuit, which is a southwest Australian species, quite endangered really. There's only a small patch of it left along the southwest coast, and he salvages any piece of wood he can find. Anything that's been cut down, he gets out there and gets it milled. Oh, beautiful piece of wood. It's often not until you finally put the oil on at the end that you really see what it looks like. And that's the best part. Nice grain in it. There we go, the cutting board. Late breaking news, I did decide to fill it with pure beeswax, which actually came from the bees off this property, so that's really nice. So I did fill it with beeswax, and because it's food safe too, beeswax of course is perfectly nice to use on food items. So that filled the floors fairly nicely. They're only tiny, so they're invisible now, and it looks beautiful, I think. So there we go. Finished breadboard.
Rag again.
The rag. No rag, there's the board. Happy birthday, Mickey.